Couldn't be really more proud of our team. What they did this week was incredible, and my staff. It's a week that no one plans for, no one, they shouldn't have to deal with it. They handled it with amazing grace, and the way they competed tonight was incredible. The staff was great. From a basketball standpoint, I'd say Ashley Jones was Ashley Jones, and we could not have defended any better than we defended tonight. Coach Heacock would be very proud. So I'm looking for a text from Coach. So, but thank you for your patience with me and the team. And I know it's hard for everyone to kind of manage all that stuff, but it was fun to be here tonight.
Well, you mentioned Ash, but that looked like the most productive game that Izzy has had so far. What do you think of the minutes she provided, and just what type of boost was she?
Yeah, she was feeling it. She chucked up that three at the end, and I'm like, whew. No, I mean, I've said many times that, like, everything, you have a depth chart and you're going into the season, and then she probably wasn't going to play a whole lot because you got B and you got Mo and you got Steph, and then you don't have B, and then you don't have Steph. So Izzy's getting the opportunity that every kid says they want. She's worked really, really hard. You know, Coach Dyer, Coach Shaban, Coach M work with them every single day, extra. And to go out there and you know, give us that physical presence against a really good post player, one of the best in the country, let alone the Big 12, I thought was good and hopefully encouraging and something we can build on for sure.
You know, when it comes to opportunities, it's all about earning trust and faith. Is she getting to that point where she's earning more trust and earning possibly more opportunities?
Yeah, yes. You know, some of it comes from necessity, obviously, but I do think, and I think, Tommy, the biggest thing for me is, and you can tell with our team, and it starts with Emily, obviously, her teammates trust her. They're rooting for her. They want her to succeed. She's a really good person. She's tried really hard. So I think when you see the trust of her teammates, and you know, Emily calls a lot of her own plays, and she called Izzy's number like 3 times in a row. You don't do that unless you trust where the ball's going. So hopefully that's something that Izzy feels is a positive, and certainly our team does.
Does it say about Ashley that she's coming off at 3 of 17 game? I think 3 of the last 4 games she hasn't shot it well, and misses her first 2, and then it gets you a lead that I don't think you ever relinquish with back-to-back threes, and on from there.
Yeah, I think a couple, you know, with Ash, she could be 3 for whatever. She's shooting the next one. And that's her mindset, and that's the way she's always played. But I thought tonight she was different. She just seemed to really be engaged and smart about shot selection and wasn't forcing anything. I think the only time she forced something might have been the first play of the game, which was a terrible play call by me, and I put her in that position. But other than that, it was, you know, she passed it when she should have. She shot it when she should have. You know, the only thing she'll be mad at, you know, she missed a couple free throws, but that was the kind of game that offensively our team needed. You know, we've had some really good games, maybe the last 2 or 3 where we've had really good balance. There was no balance tonight. It was balanced defense and throw the ball to Jones. That's kind of how the game went, and that's what we did.
Coach, you guys took 18 3-pointers in the first 15 minutes of the game. I don't think you took more than two-point shots in the first quarter. Was that a product of the game plan, or is some of that kind of with what that offense is doing, just a product of the system?
Billy kept reminding me of that on the bench. You know, he had his own count going on the number of threes. I think to be honest with you, that's how we play, obviously, but it was probably, no, not probably, it was my fault. I think I scared them a little too much about number 1. Like, oh, don't throw it in there. She's going to block your shot. And so we just said, the heck with it, we'll just start chucking it. And, you know, but you still have to, you know, I always say, like, you know, football analogies, like, so every once in a while you're a passing team, you still got to run the ball once in a while just to do it, or throw it once in a while if you're a running team. And that was, yeah, I think we were 16 to 18 shots in the first quarter. That's on me. That's not on them. But I'm glad that, you know, the selection was good, I thought. It just, I don't want to say we settled at times, but again, I think that's a product of they kept hearing for 2 days that number one's going to block every shot, and so why go in there? Just shoot it.
Coach, you mentioned the past couple of games. Can you kind of just describe the maybe like improvement that you've seen over these past few games, especially with this new sort of lineup?
No, I think we've improved every day, and I think it's hard when you have to kind of reboot, whatever the word is, in the middle of the season, and when you lose key players. But everyone does. It's not an excuse. That's what I keep telling our team. You find a way or you find an excuse. There's not going to be any excuses with us. That's not happening. And the other kids are on scholarship, and it's time to play. So I think with M and Lex, our backcourt I wouldn't trade him for anyone. So it starts there. Ash can do what Ash can do. And then the other kids are just kind of finding their way. And it starts with how hard you practice and your attention to detail in practice, and that bores people to death. And I keep saying it and saying it and saying it, and it's true. I have the best assistants in the country. And what they do for our players and how they do it and the position they put them in and day out is a credit to them and their commitment. Because I asked the team, everyone's got to invest more. Everyone's got to commit more. And that's hard to do when you think you're doing all you can. And when the staff does it, then the players, and I think you saw it Wednesday night, what the staff did. So the improvement is effort by the players and an amazing coaching staff that is so committed to figuring out the next way for Iowa State to be successful.
Coach, what did you promise your grandkids you would do after the game?
I said last night if we win, Grandpa would take him sledding. And so, and I would go sledding. I'm going to have to figure out how to buy him off of that, but because I'm walking off the court and all four of them are like chanting, sledding, sledding. I might have to I don't know. I got to figure, babe, I need some help on that one. Yeah. Tomorrow, we'll go sledding tomorrow. I know.
All right, thanks everyone.
Thank